Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid August 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Sagittarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we have for our beautiful Saggy friends in early to mid-August? What energies, messages, insights? We'll take a little peek at, and yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy, please. In early to mid-August. Let's get this going. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Get this card out nice and quick. There we go. Okay, I don't see this one often. Such a curious dream. Definitely watch your dreams when this card shows up, because I always say I usually go more intuitive with this. This one feels very straightforward to me, and it has that etheric quality that I was picking up in your reading last week. So that's something that's probably still going to hold over from what I was seeing. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk about the card. I mean, it looks like a beautiful card to me. We see Alice there, beautiful pink background, very soft, dreamy type of vibe. And as I mentioned last week, there was a lot of spiritual undertones to your reading. And I think the dream state is very similar to the astral realm or the astral plane. So I feel like it all kind of intermingles together. I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. But to me, when I see this card, first and foremost, watch your dreams. And this time you might be having like really intense, very vivid dreams. Spirit could be trying to communicate to you. Another thing we saw last week when I see this card. But this doesn't just have to be sleeping at nighttime. This could be a card that ties into meditation, mindfulness, spiritual practice. So again, there's like big green lights pushing you in that direction when I see this card. And I mean, maybe you're just daydreaming a little more so than normal, like a little fantasy land, Four of Cups action. Nothing wrong with that. So we're just going to sit her right there. Just watch the overthinking. Um, yeah, we'll let her chill. I don't want to disturb her. That's like a weird vibe I'm getting. So we'll let her chill over there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. And we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's get it going here. Shuffle it up one time for my Saggies. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So as I already mentioned, it had a lot of spiritual undertones. The reading was titled A Massive Omen, and we had the High Priestess, we had the Four of Wands, the 1111 card, we had the Hermit, we had like all the big heavy hitters spiritually. And part of the thing I was seeing was like Spirit trying to get your attention or try to show you signs or to direct you in a specific direction. So again, that could be bleeding over, especially when we started with this card. But we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Saggy. Let's see what universe has. Man, I have to say, your reading last week was most definitely one of the more unique ones for the whole Zodiac. But let's see what's up. Thank you. 8 of Wands. Yeah, communication. Okay. I mean, it could be literal communication. That's been a big theme I've been seeing for the whole Zodiac, actually. Let's get it tucked in right over here. Let's get 2 more. What do we have for Saggy? Thank you. Yeah, your card. So someone wanting to talk to you. All right. 8 of Wands going right towards your card. A lot of spiritual energy still. As I'm sure a lot of you know, your card, Temperance, is very, very spiritual indeed. Let's get one more. Page of Cups, a lot of communication, a lot of chit chat here. All right. Yeah, this must be a fire sign thing in like this week in particular. But yeah, it's like a lot of chit chat or energy coming your way, which can be good. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I'd say the energy initially feels pretty comfortable for a lot of Saggies, because you know I always look at the elements first. It tells me how you might play with or against this energy. We're starting off here with a lot of fire. We have the 8 of Wands, very fiery, passionate, driven type of card. We have Temperance, which is fire. Even though he's chill, That is also your power card. So it's like we have all this fire, which is the realm of action, movement, passion, drive, desire, energy levels. We have a little bit of water on the back end, which seems to temper things down a little bit, but also the fact that we have communication, your power card. It's like this energy. I don't want to say it's like trapping you, but it's coming towards you. It's like coming your way. It's like someone either trying to grab your ear or somebody wanting to talk to you. That's initially what's showing up. But there's going to be a lot more nuance and a lot more detail to this. So, because especially with this card, very fast, very action oriented, then this one, very slow, very chill, very calm. So, I want to go in on this. Let's build this out piece by piece. Position number one, we're starting with the Eight of Wands. And as you can see right there, we got the Eight Wands that look as if they're cutting right through the sky. I always say they look like arrows to me. And when you think of the speed of them, that's what we should be envisioning. Arrows, boom, this energy's quick, it's fast. So again, just like all fire cards, it can represent action, it can represent movement, whether moves you're making or whether it's moves someone else is making. But the big theme with this card, and most readers agree, is that this is a card of talking, of messages. It's usually fiery, back and forth. I don't want to say it's an explosive talk just yet where it might go out of hand. It's just coming in really intense. Okay, so if this is an action, this is most definitely communication, especially since we have the page here on the back end. Now, there is a downside to this card, although it's intense. And listen, I know Sagittarius, if anyone could work with this energy, it's you. You're a very adaptable sign, you're a mutable fire sign, so you're okay with rolling with the punches. But this energy could be very unpredictable sometimes, where it's like, okay, the arrow was going that way. Why did it take a right? Why did it take a left? You know, so again, it could be volatile, it could be explosive, it could be a little unpredictable. So we do want to look at this much further just to take a deeper look. Now, moving to the middle, whereas we started off with all this fire, passion, drive, your power card is the complete and total opposite, believe it or not. So in the middle, we have temperance. So in my simplistic style, temperance in a Saggy reading could just tell us something that's coming towards you, a way you might be feeling. But I always like to point out that the Archangel Michael is on here, the protector, the defender. So strong spiritual protection around you. Either that or there's a connection, spirit side trying to get your attention, just like we saw last week. So with the angelic card and all this, I feel like spirit's trying to funnel messages to you, like downloads and stuff like that. I don't want to get too far out there, but I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. Now, temperance is a card of calm and patience. So again, we have fast, fast, go, go, intense, intense. This card is like, why rush? No, chill, all in due time. It's an energy that seems to let stuff happen. It's like it will do what it does. Now, there is a downside. Sometimes this card could represent feeling stuck. So when I go from Eight of Wands to Temperance, that could be like an abrupt stop or an abrupt halt of some kind. It could represent impatience as well. So it's like it could go a lot of different ways. I don't feel like it's bad though, because remember, it is one of your power cards. And one thing I always say about Temperance, Archangel Michael right there, you see how he has the two cups and he's like making a mixture. There's a certain alchemy to this card where it's like, even if there's not a lot happening on the surface, there's a lot happening underneath the surface. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Page of Cups, big water sign energy. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, they can represent younger individuals as well. And I always say with all pages, they're students, they're messengers. Specifically, this Page of Cups, it's like I'm getting emotions off my chest, I'm getting feelings off my chest. So again, I mean, as you can see, it's been a theme, a lot of communication, messages, and talks for one reason or another. So whether this is someone that wants to bend your ear and talk to you, or maybe there's someone you feel like you need to have a chat with, all can be possible here. Now, the Page of Cups, sometimes when we look at the downside of it, it's an energy that could be a little shy. It's an energy that could be a little bashful, where it's like, I want to say something, but maybe I shouldn't. There's something I want to get off my chest, but maybe not. It's like second guessing it for one reason or another. And yeah, it could be an energy that could get pressured. It's not a guarantee. Sometimes when it comes to pages, they could be a little flaky. So we're just gonna put him down right here. Yeah, we have a lot to look at here, Sadly, a lot of good action. So I want to dive deeper on all this. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, pardon me. Yeah, Four of Wands was last week. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Sag, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let's get it going. Why is that Eight of Wands here? Quick. Yeah, I mean, just a really, really powerful energy coming at you. There's a lot of energy coming at you, actually. So we have the Queen of Wands, another one of your power cards. So I'm not sure if this is a conversation that you initiate. For a lot of you, it could most definitely be the case where it's like, nope, I want to say this. I'm going to say this. I'm not holding back. And from what I know about you, beautiful Saggies, you are very straightforward people. Very. And I love that. I'm an Aries, so I love that honesty that Sagittarius presents. Some people, it might hurt their feelers a little bit. I love it. So when I see the Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands, it's like, I'm not holding back. I'm going to say what I want to say. I got to say something. I got to get it off my chest. So just know in this time, your communication style might be perceived as a little more aggressive than people are normally used to. To me, it just feels very cut and dry, very to the point. I'm not holding back, no fluff, no frills, just straightforward. And again, with all this fire, it can be an explosive talk where it gets a little heated. So keep that in mind, whether it's a message that comes in that lights a fire or it's a talk where it's just very fiery. To me, it's just very no frills, no BS. It is what it is. Now, the Queen of Wands, aside from being one of your power cards, she represents internal confidence, right? She's confident, she's beautiful, she's sexy, she's a fired up type of energy. So when I see her under the Eight of Wands, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like this. If you've been feeling a little down or your energy's been a little low, Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands in the upright, beautiful. Remember, it's not gender specific either. So you might be feeling a little boost in energy, so to speak. Because to me, it's just like, yep, yep, it is just very no nonsense. So yeah, it is an explosive talker message, but it is no BS. Let's keep moving. I like it. I like it for you. Um, Whoever's on the receiving end, maybe not. let's, let's see what's up with temperance. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And again, like for a lot of you, there's just a lot of energy around you or coming your way. But let's see what temperance has. Could be something that's built up for a long time as well. Two of Cups in reverse, huh? Okay. All right, so yeah, definitely watch out for not seeing eye to eye with someone that you care deeply about. Does it have to be the fallout of this conversation? No, it could be something totally different. Something I'll say about temperance with the Two of Cups in reverse, there is something healing here. Again, so I'm not sure where you're at or the situation you're going through, but temperance with the Two of Cups, either this is you and a person you hold near and dear to your heart, you're just not on the same frequency right now, or there's something that feels off about it, where it's like, my intuition's telling me something. That's a big thing I'm picking up here. But there is also this energy where it's like this energy is and will heal. It's healing and it will continue to heal, which could be really great. Two of Cups in reverse isn't the nicest card. So for some of you, this could be you in hermit mode. So for another small portion of Saggies, maybe you're just going to be doing your own thing. Maybe you're just in your own mode, in your own zone, where it's like, you know what? I'll be over here for a little bit. It's giving me that vibe. It's like, maybe not forever, but I'll be over here for a little bit. I'll give you a little space. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. So I'm not sure if you're giving someone space or someone's giving you space. Let's keep moving. I don't want to get too hyper specific because I mean it feels like I'm doing a personal reading right now. But let's see what's up with the Page of Cups, and we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. Hopefully this energy softens this energy in the front. So why is the Page of Cups here? Why is that page here, please? Thank you. Good. I think this is great. Another one of your power cards. I do link the Wheel of Fortune to you. You're one of the signs I link to it because to me it's like Jupiter energy. That's your planetary ruler. Now the Wheel of Fortune, uh, beautiful. It's my good luck charm, right? So whenever I see it, whether it's in upright, whether it's in reverse, when I see it under the Page of Cups, it's like, no, there's good news coming in. So whereas this one does come off more aggressive, this one is like, no, I like that. This is really good news, very promising. So again, I think for some of you, you have some really great potential energy coming in this week, and my hopes are very high. That's one thing I'll say here. But another thing with the wheel, aside from being karmic, aside from being cyclical in nature. Sometimes it can represent having to touch base about something. So when I see the Page of Cups with this, it's like, no, maybe I should revisit something, or maybe there's something where already spoke about it, already discussed it, but we're going to have to discuss it again. So don't be surprised if you have to circle back and speak about things. It could be unfinished business for some of you, but I feel like it's like we're touching base on something again, because remember, the wheel spins round, round, and round. So for some of you, it's really good, great news, or really amazing talk, but it just comes in very suddenly, very fast. Um, I don't want to say it goes, but to me, it just gives me that vibe too. Like, if it's not the exciting news, we're just touching base on something again, or it's like something that we need to readdress or speak about. So again, maybe some of you it's unfinished business, but let's go through and do a quick recap, and we'll get into the shadow. I would say overall the energy looks promising to me. There's a couple of little things I might want to tiptoe around, but if you kindly look in the box here, position number one, we start off with the Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands, powerful, straightforward, to the point, no nonsense, no frills. It is what it is. I did say that this could be an explosive talk. Might get a little out of hand, might get a little fiery. Either that or it's coming in hot. That's just how it feels to me. Or it could be a message of some sort. And like I feel like all the energy is like swarming you. So just know you might be a magnet to people and situations. It's like boom, one thing after another, which doesn't have to be bad. Moving to the middle, I have Temperance with the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there might be someone you care deeply for where you're on a different frequency right now. For another portion of you, you might just be in your own hermit mode for whatever reason, or giving space. Like that's another vibe where it's like, okay, I'll be over here, you be over there for now. There's also a very healing energy about this too. Onto the back end, we have the Page of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. This could be some really great or exciting news coming in for a lot of you. But a big thing I was picking up here is like, we got to touch on something again, or there's something we need to revisit, something we need to speak about again. So don't be surprised if you're retouching on certain things in the coming days and weeks. But to me, there's 3 power cards of the 6 total cards that connect to you. So I think as long as you could handle this energetic intensity, things look beautiful to me. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they can be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. One more card, one shadow card for my lovely Saggies. There we go. Queen of Swords, and that does fit the bill with what I saw here in the front, because she is that classical meaning. Yeah, Queen of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but what's something that people always say about her? She's serious. She's very analytical. She's very plan based. And what is she? She is no frills, honesty to the core, right? So just like I was seeing here, so just know your communication style, it's definitely going to be a little sharper than it normally is. It's telling it like it is. There's no fluff here. Okay. So if you're cross watching for a Sag, keep that in mind as well, because like their communication feels very sharp to me this week. Now the dark side, or the shadow side, or the Queen of Swords, if you're not connected to an air sign, is she could be downright mean. Okay. And sometimes there is a very thin line between honesty and hurtfulness. Okay. So whether it's coming from you, whether it's coming from somebody else, maybe there's someone you're connected to where they're acting a little mean. They're acting a little weird. They're acting a little funky. We did have the Two of Cups in reverse. So just watch out for stuff like that in this time. And again, for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you like hurt someone's feelings and not even mean to. It's like one of those. That's like another thing I'm getting here where it's like, oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to get you in your feelers, but that's just something to watch out for. But yeah, Saggy, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you'd like to have a little chat with me, you can book a personal reading with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The calendar for August is up, so you could go check out the availability over there. But for the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks, the classic Gilded Tarot Royale. It's beautiful, and it's definitely one of my go-to decks. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, we have a very easy question this month. Out of all the tarot cards in the deck, which one is your favorite? Is it the one that attaches to your zodiac sign? Is it one where you just like the art? You can put that answer down in the comments and you will be entered to win, my friends. And as usual, the winners will be announced in the community tab at the end of the month. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.